Hi friends, this is Gail. If you recognize me, I have had such bad luck trying to upload a 40-minute video that I think I did it 4 times. And it's because I have bags under my eyes from trying so hard all these days. Or I'm thinking of going with the Belushis and doing Ghostbusters, one or the other. Anyway, I did put one up and only 15 minutes of it came out. Well, I've been a little behind anyway, so they've changed everything, or I don't know what's happened, but I have to sign in for everything. And then my iPad keeps saying running out of space. So I spend most of my time trying to delete things. Then I just had the Mac doctor come, and there's really not much I can do about that. So I thought I'll take that video, and I guess I could upload it to my computer, and I have a notebook, a Mac notebook, and try it that way, and that would be good. Well, wouldn't you know, my computer wouldn't go on. The battery, I haven't used it, I guess, in a while, but I have kept it plugged in. So I couldn't do that because I can't get it on the computer. So my sister said a girl that visited her one day had left this, whatever, she didn't know what it was. And she brings it down and it's like, oh yeah, that's the charger thing. Well, it wasn't really, it was for the one before with the bigger, but I tried anyway. I probably ruined my whole computer. And it actually charged for a little while. And so I'm trying to watch a video on my phone to tell me how to do this, and then someone comes to the door and it just went downhill from there. Then I started cleaning something, and anyway, then I had to go to a kid's birthday party last night, and when I came home it wasn't charged and the little light wasn't even lighting up. So I probably ruined the camera, and ruined the computer, and nothing was charged. So I couldn't do that today. And she's been telling me that just to do it on your phone. So I'm like, okay, it just doesn't seem normal. Well, you know that thing I got for my sister, this stand? Well, there's a clip that you have so your iPhone can fit in it also. But you don't think I could find that clip or even know where I put it. So right now, my phone is sort of bungee corded to this thing. Then, in the meantime, I go to empty the garbage, the one down here. Oh, lo and behold, a pair of scissors. Then, before that, I went to feed the cat, Cherokee, and even though there's always food there, he whines until I go down and put more in, and then he just throws right up, which he did. And in the water bowl, when I went to pick it up, was my diamond ring. A diamond ring that I had worn last night. I haven't worn it in a long time, and it's kind of slippery, so it must have fell out in the water. So this is nothing. The last year or so, I have found things in the freezer. I lost a good diamond earring. I put a whole prescription of medicine in the garbage because I'm trying to go too fast. Well, now I don't even put my garbage out on garbage day. I wait until the following. We have twice a week. I wait until the following time because I know I'm going to have to go through it eventually. So I could make a whole video on all the things that have happened. And every single day, I don't care, we're not going to skip any days. I either drop something, break something, spill something. It's just every day. I just know it's going to happen. And it's like, once I fell off that ladder, anything can happen now. So I try to be really careful, but it doesn't matter. Unless I want to bring one thing up the steps at a time, to which I'm trying not to do because of my knees. The less I go up and down, the better. So I think it's that I try to take too much, and especially if I have some liquid with me, then, it spills. And then before I did this, I thought I better take my blood pressure pill. So I know I had it in my hand, and then I seen something sticky from a bottle on my dresser stand. So I wiped that off. And then I couldn't remember if I took the pill or if I didn't take the pill. So now I have no idea. So that's my life. So all these videos I've done with lots and lots of cool things, unless I do a bunch of little ones, I'm just never going to catch up. So for this video, I'll just show you some things I made. And I'll show you a prize I won for some flowers that I made. Of course, it wasn't like who made the best flowers, because, they weren't the best. But my name got drawn. And it was from Doreen at OOHLALA, Vintage Treasures. So I'll show you what I got from her, the things I made, and then I'm going to try to just stop, because then if I can't get it to work, then I usually do it through capture, and it's always been fine. I won't have wasted like so much time and just want to shoot myself, really. I mean, sometimes it just gets to be too much. All right, I'm sure you've heard enough of that story. I didn't clean off my desk. I didn't do anything. I just want to get this done. But I'm afraid to move this thing because it'll probably all fall apart. I will find the thing. But I did want to show you Fufu for the 18th time. She's had to leave her Easter outfit on all this time because I never did show it. So her Easter bonnet, she got contacts. She got new earrings. She has a little stole with the bunny. She has her little new purse with her Bible. She's very church going. So she was very upset that I didn't show her, and her new little collar. So, okay, Fufu, you're shown. Okay. Now, if you could see my room, you wouldn't even wonder why that I trip and practically kill myself all the time. Because I have it out to show, I show it, I set it there, and then pretty soon everything is just everywhere. And I've had like 4 hauls that I've made. But anyway, I'm going to show you the pillow that I made. Now, I don't know if the phone makes a difference as far as what you can see or how you can see it, but this was different before, and I had all kind of junk hanging on it, which I took off. And that is the flower, one of the flowers that I made. There were in the 3 or 4 I put on OOHLALA to be in the challenge. So that's the flower. And this was a pillow I had gotten at a haul, and this was on it, and it was all nice. I cleaned it. It was clean anyway, but I wiped it off. I put it in the dryer. I had this lace from a dress or something that I just kind of, I'm not one for getting out the needle and thread and then pulling it through. I just do it myself, gather a little bit. Then this is one big doily. And now that I think about it, because I was watching one of Jennifer trace of sparkle. She was just making a flower, and I probably didn't have to keep the middle of this in there. I could have taken it out to save. Then I put this trim. Let me see, I can't see either. My eyes, that's another whole story. So when you can't walk and you can't see, no wonder you almost kill yourself. Here's a trim, then I did this trim, then I did this purple trim, and what did I do? Oh, I got this, it is so beautiful, off of a blouse from a haul. And this friend of mine, I think I told you, she's the one that is always looking for treasures, we call them, because she used to do that as a living and sell things on eBay, and made a very good living. And this is probably one of the first times I ever used one of my wedding things, which probably totally inappropriate for the pillow, but it's okay. And then I put a little of this on there. And this is kind of I have some pearls in here. I have some little pieces of trims. You can see. I'm so tired of explaining this pillow. But anyway, here it is. And I think it's pretty. Secondly, for Mother's Day, I think I showed you that clock I had started to do, and I had all that stuff on there, and so then I changed my mind. And when my mother saw it, usually she thinks, God, what are you doing? And why do you have all this stuff in here? And blah, 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 So I made this. I got the clock at Goodwill, and I covered it with a piece of paper first. I don't know why. Decorative paper. Then I put all of this pieces of trim on it. And then I had a bunch of other stuff on there, but I forget. I think it was Loretta said maybe you could put like flowers going down it or something, but I didn't really have that, but I did have these that I cut out. Let me see them. Seems funny on this. So I just put them here and there. Then this, at the drugstore, they had these clips, 2 for something. Matter of fact, one of them was the one on Fufu. I just cut off the back and I put this on. There's so many places, you can get things, ideas from. Then this, what is this called? Chinese something? Well, looks like there was a mistake in it, because part is pink, part is white, so I cut it. So like the pink part, it wouldn't all be one on each side. It would kind of be even. And then this is a flower that Karen Brake made me. I have to think about it, because I always want to call her Donna. A shabby chic. And I've made one since. Isn't that pretty? So, voila, my mother actually likes it. And so I gave it to her for Mother's Day. I've never sold anything. People say, well, what do you do? I say, I just give it away. I'm lucky I get it made. So that's the clock that I had showed originally with all those little M&M things on it. Okay. I'm going to show you some flowers that I made. This was one of the flowers that I had put in the little challenge Doreen had. I still need, I never did put something on the back. I don't have a lot of patience, so I kind of do it on a wing and a prayer. And some people I see, they have all, like Jennifer had, all the stuff she thought she might use and everything. Well, maybe that's because she's doing a tutorial. If I did a tutorial, you would fall asleep. But, so, I can't do that. That's why I make such a mess. Because I start going through things, and because it just kind of comes to me. So I put this little trim on here, and I have some pearls in here. So, and some little pieces here and there. So I hope you can see that. Oh, and then I had this trim, and I just kind of gathered it to put around the back. I had made this one. Now some of you may have seen this in her gallery because it's one of the other ones that I did. And it's one of the, I like the scrap ones the best, you know. And then I had this piece of something and I cut it and then I grunged it up a little. And I used maybe one doily in the back and then parts of doilies and ribbons and then this. I love this stuff, but I don't know what it's called. See, I put all kind of little doodads in there. So that was one. This I just made the other day. It hasn't been anywhere yet, except here. I was sitting on the porch. This is from that really old dress that I always have hanging on that bifold door. And I took a little piece of it. Oh, and I also have some of it on my Tussie Mussie. So I put that there. I cut one of these little flowers in half. You get the gist. I had a little piece of this. And I just kind of stuck some things here and there, whatever I could find. But I like that one. I just love this old material. And I just put that little sticky flower there. Then I made this. I haven't shown you this material yet. Oh, it's right here. It was part of the haul. Watch, I'll fall over on a chair. I don't know if any of you know about the grommet, but I buy things from the grommet. And there's a thing I bought that will retract things and get things in small places for you, so I bought it. But look at this. Is this gorgeous or not? I mean, it's just beautiful. And I have a few pieces of it. There's Donna Gonzalez. She's texting me. I sent her a picture of my granddaughter and I at her little graduation. So this I loved. So that's what I just kind of used a piece of material I had and I kind of made a rolled rose. And I started it with a doily. And then I cut most of the end of the doily off so I could stick these pieces in here. Then the flower was from there, and then I had this. So I really like that. It's pretty plain. And I really like this one too. And I gave it to the neighbor. And then I borrowed it back so I could show it. But now she's mad at me for something. So maybe I'll just keep it. For something stupid. Anyway, look, I started with the doily. Actually, I just did 3 doilies, I think. I don't think I even folded anything. I put a little bit of this from that blouse, and I'll show you that in a minute too. I just love these. I don't remember where I got it, if somebody sent it to me, but I think that's the only one I have. Some flowers. I had this little trim that I stuck everywhere. A few leaves to go with the flowers. And I took these stamen things. They're not, I guess they're not stamens, but the things that come out of the flowers, and I just folded them in there instead of having them stick out. Isn't that pretty? I love this one. And this, I'll show you. I won't have to show it in the hall. Look at this. Is this to die for? Now, most people that don't do crafts look at this and go, huh? Look. Is that a gorgeous blouse or top or whatever? And just look at that. Look at the sleeve. You see it okay? The sleeve is, one of the sleeves I cut off like up to here, and that's where I got some of the pieces. But I've also cut out the hearts, some of the hearts. See the hearts on there? I'm sure you do. I either made them small or long, or, and the bottom, look. I mean, to me, this just is a treasure. It is so gorgeous. This would have, all I would have had to have gotten, and I would have been happy. Then I made this one, nothing fancy. I've kind of been liking the browns, and you know what I did? This is just like 3 or 4 layers. But I've been taking, I use the coffee pods, and some of the ones I have a mesh bottom. I get a Tuesday morning. And when I'm done with them, I throw them in the tea kettle. And one time I boiled it for a while. But now I just leave it there and keep throwing the pods in. And you wouldn't believe, I'll show you next time, I think this might, no, that's a trim. Wait till you see how nice and brown they turn out. And I don't do anything. I was rinsing them a little first because some of them get a little coffee grounds in them. But now I just let it dry and then I just kind of shake it off a little. But that's cute. I don't think I have any. Right, oh wait, I do. Just show you. I would say, oh, I'm gonna fall, I know. Okay. Some of these I don't think I rinsed after, just the edges, because they seemed a little darker. I'm telling you, you can't walk in this room. Okay. See how nice and dark they got? I'm just having a ball throwing stuff in there. It seemed to turn out darker than any other way I've done them. Now there's that one side, I must not mixed it up very much, and then that's the other side. But I have a bunch of stuff outside drying. Okay. Then I made this one. I like this one. I ended with this because I thought it needed something else. I cut this trim off. What the heck is stuck to it? And I cut the scallops off of it's kind of a big doily. And Judy made a remark, I didn't know you had all those doilies. Well, because I'll show you later if you didn't see it, how I've been storing them. But I'm gonna turn this and pray. But if you see all those, I mean, those are still things I need to cut flowers off of. See? And so yes, I have a lot of the smaller doilies, you know, like this size, and smaller. And I have some bigger ones, but let me show you this one. Try to get off of here. Okay, this was the doily, and then I did cut them in half and then did, you know, the fold thing. And anyone who makes them or hasn't made them, you know, you can cut it in half. You can make it out of a whole doily, or you can cut it in half and just kind of fold it twice or once or whatever you want to do. It all pretty much works out the same, I think. And then I put this little, well, it's got a pen mark on it, I have to get a pearl earring that I had gotten, and another piece of that material that I like. So that's that. I have to tell you, family and people that don't craft, really when I say I made flowers, they kind of look at me like, oh, that's a flower? And then this, I think, is the last one I've made lately. At night, it just seems so quiet here that I'll go sit on the porch and take all my junk. But this one, I put this netting. I did cut the doilies and fold them. I stuck some of this in between. That's about it. Then I put this doily on top and one of my doodads from my hauls. But I like it. And I decided if I like it, that's all that counts. Okay. I had some other things to show you that now we're back outside, but maybe in another video. And now I'm just going to show you what Doreen had sent me for winning the flower thing. She has on Facebook different events, and she also has like a kid club, and you can, it's like 3 months you commit to getting a kit. And I don't, be honest with you, I made this cupcake one once, and this girl told me, asked me how I did it, and she needed them for her daughter's birthday or whatever. And I said, well, you know, I only have this one and I don't know what to tell you. So I didn't know her, but one day I said, you know, I'm not going to do anything with this. If you want it, you can have it for the centerpiece for your daughter's birthday. I don't know if it was her 16th birthday. I mean, you had seen it. I made it. So I really didn't hear much back to say whether everybody liked it or not, you know, which would have been nice. But sometimes that teaches you some lessons. I'm too easy with, here, you like it? Have it. So here is, it was a wedding applique prize from Doreen. But as I was saying, she has these kit clubs. And so I have like 4 kits. And I think I like more getting them in the mail. And I don't always make something you're supposed to make out of it. I just use all the bits and pieces. But I love this. I had another piece like this she had sent once. And I don't know whether it came like this or she colored it in. But that's what sent me out looking for a dress with silver. She sent me this one. You know, of all the wedding dresses, you know, I have used very, very few. These are beautiful pearls and sequins. So I'm gonna have to start. And here's this easel, which I'll be able to use for something that she had this on. Isn't that pretty? And by the way, I said a while back, I'm going to do random drawings for surprise things for people who have been subscribed for at least a month. Well, probably 3 months because I haven't put up any videos. And to comment that you're new, a new subscriber, because I can't keep track of all that. And then every once in a while I'll draw a name and send you something. And then she wrapped it all in this. Isn't this pretty? She has a way about presentation, and you all know I don't. It's like the last thing I sent to Maggie. As I was sending it, I didn't even have a card in it, and I hurry up and grabbed something and scribbled something on it, you know, so she knew it was for me. But that's just me. So I don't think there's anything else here I'm going to show you right now. I will come back and think of what I missed from the other ones and the hauls that I've gotten. And she says she has more stuff for me. The last 3 weekends she's been, and see, she gets things. I mean, she's gotten me so much milk glass. I mean, she gets things for cheap. She will not spend more than a couple dollars for something unless it's really exquisite. And last time, I don't know if I showed it in the one where she got me this whole bundle of not ostrich, what's that other bird, peacock feathers, which I absolutely love. And then also the really beautiful green and blue feathers that don't have the, you know, the face on it. And I love that. She doesn't really get too much what I do, so I took stuff over there, and I've known her for a long time. She's my good friend's, good grade school friend. And so people know her, and she gets things, and you know, if there's something particular maybe you're looking for, like doilies, she really didn't get, and so I showed her, and I show her how I cut them up, and flowers, and she got me one day 6 little baskets, or 8, that had an arrangement of flowers in them. And I took them all out of the basket, and one I left in, and I added flowers to it, and I made this arrangement to put on my granddaughter's this stand I made her for her new room. I painted it. I have a picture of it. Maybe I'll do a slideshow one day of all the things I didn't show. Not that I do that much, to be honest with you. Anyway, I will let you go until next time.